a fuss. We can but pray our trust is blind in us. So drink your fill and just unwind in us. A warmly wicked frame of mind in us. You'll find in us. We want you and not all of we care for where you've been. And not the dark we care what you've done in. We but never bear in the wars. Down the day lost.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome, a very warm welcome to you all in this most thrilling of evenings here at the Music Hall Royale. Tonight, we have the privilege of presenting to you the premiere performance of The Mystery
Of Edwin Drood.
Now, this is a musicale with dramatic interludes, and as many of us are no doubt aware, Mr. Charles Dickens was well halfway through writing the greatest mystery novel of all time when he committed the most ungenerous deed a writer can ever commit. He died. Leaving no clue as how he wanted to conclude his story. But, ladies and gentlemen, tonight when we reach that point where Mr. Charles Dickens wrote no more, I shall be asking you to decide upon the key question regarding to our story. Our company will then make its most earnest effort to meet those specifications. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, for those gentlemen amongst you who might have arrived here alone and require companionship through the final curtain, you need only to speak to Mr. James Throttle, and he will ensure that
You will never be lonely again. I'll fix you up later, sir.
oh, look, Jim, he wants fixing up right now. His tongue is hanging out. Oh, no, wait, ladies and gentlemen. He is just wearing a pink tie. My apologies. Oh, and gentlemen, I do remind you that these are unpaid actors, and that you contribute generously towards their theatrical studies, and make sure that all goods are returned by tomorrow, none the worse for wear. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to continue with our bill of fare tonight. I give you, for the first time ever, the completed rendition of The Mystery of Edwin Drood. This ancient Northern cathedral city of Portsmouth, not such a great setting for the Christmas season that is now upon us. And as we travel there, we hear a gush of wintry wind go through the giant elms as they shed a wintry tear. And we are now in the home of Mr. John Jasper, choir master, composer, organist, and vocal instructor, and who, ladies and gentlemen, better to essay the role tonight of Mr. John Jasper than our very own gifted vocalist, Mr. Clive Paget himself.
Another trifling day, one more soulless trifling day of flying water grinds my brain down to a rain. Man, you quite mad. Not that you're that bad. Consider each superb disturbing idea you've ever had. To curse aloud in church, or to let you know to smile your way. Be such hasn't been. A man who had bad dreams, and not beyond his schemes. Who's not quite far removed from all the nearest on the screen. And I think insanity is just the passing man. Man, you quite mad. Unblessed are the thou, one more ceaseless, peaceless love, the wondrous night, school from thunder's light, white. A feed friends do and they do and that he has. Who clutches such an only desperate respite from the distant castle. I find myself in thought where one cannot be caught. And feed on dreams and thought if he is I've been taught. And if someday I lose my way, you'll find me glad. Now, do what right, do what right, do what right.
Mr. Paget, ladies and gentlemen, and I trust your merely applause means that you're only concerning yourselves with final curtains. But Mr. John Jasper eagerly awaits the arrival of his dear and beloved nephew and title character of our story tonight, young Edwin Drood.
Hello, Uncle!
Why, that's the light now.
My dear Uncle!
No, ladies and gentlemen, your eyes do not deceive you. Many devotees of male impersonation better recognize Miss Nothing in Top Hat and Tails when she does a remarkable rendition of Aren't I Half a Toff? But tonight, she shall hide her distinctive form behind the garb of young Edwin Drood. So, ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause, if you will, for our guest artiste tonight and leading male impersonator, Miss Alice Nutting.
Any dinner, Uncle?
You forget, Edwin, that the term uncle and nephew are prohibited here by express agreement.
Of course, you're right, John. After all, we do only have half a dozen years or so between our ages. Hello, Jack! Don't drink yet, I must propose a toast.
A toast to what, Ned?
He asked to what? To Rosa!
Rosa.
To the fair Miss Rosa. Surely you've not forgotten, Jack, that Rosa and I are soon to be wed.
It has not quite slipped my mind.
Yes, a tedious ceremony in your great cathedral, John. Then it's off to dusty Egypt, where I intend to shake things up a bit.
It is certain. Egypt seems a desperate great distance.
Indeed it is, John. This portrait of Rosa is not one of my better efforts, Jack. If you choose to hang it here, in heaven's name, why?
Because it reminds me of you, Edwin, and of the happiness I pursue in Rosa.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be quite happy, though our courtship suffers from an unavoidable flatness, owing to the fact that my dead grandfather and her dead grandfather had good as married us at birth. Why the devil couldn't they have just left us alone?
Tut tut, dear boy.
Tut tut! Yes, well, it's all very well for you, Jack. You have the freedom to love whomsoever you choose. Have I hurt your feelings, John?
How can you hurt my feelings?
Good heavens, Jack! You look frightfully ill. There's a strange film come over your eyes.
I've been suffering from a pain and agony that overcomes me. I've been forced lately to seek treatment in London. Fear not, the effects will soon be gone.
My dear uncle.
Let it serve us as a warning. And Ned, Edwin, this stays confidence between us.
It shall be sacredly preserved.
I have confidence in you because...
Because we are fast friends. Because you love and trust me as I love and trust you. Both hands, Jack. My dearest uncle.
My dearest nephew,
A life without your friendship would be a life as good as dead.
winds of hell may blow, but as you well may know, I need the quality to more face the fire for you,
For you, two kinsmen more than brothers. We know you mix up kin, and yet we know no others close beneath the skin. The bond that goes between us, the bond that ties us way. Two kinsmen when our lovers meet everything.
my dearest nephew.
My dearest Uncle Jack, if men say words against you, I would make them take them back. A loyal lad and I would be but glad to die, if by my death one extra breath of life we might buy. 'Tis true, for you.
You can't be more than brothers.
We know who picks our king, and yet we know no others close and deep our skin. The blood that flows between us, the blood
like Drood, is also an orphan and resides at Nordstrom's leading seminary, aptly, if not correctly named, the Nun's House. And who, ladies and gentlemen, better to portray the role tonight of the famous Rosebud than that of English roses, that blossoming bud that is yet to be plucked? I give you Deirdre Peregrine.
Rosa, the happiest of birthdays to you. I only wish I could say this on each of your birthdays.
I fear that is not likely since, as you know, your own nephew Edwin and I will be departing for Egypt once we are married.
It was only a wish, Rosa. I have been looking forward to your birthday with great eagerness.
Eagerness, Mr. Jasper?
Yes, your voice will no longer be subject to the fluctuations of adolescence. And pray tell, how is your voice today, my dearest student?
As my tutor, perhaps that question should best be answered by you. Shall I sing Mozart?
No! I've composed a song for you on the specialty of your birthday. A choir master's paying what it is. My life's blood is the most I can afford to offer.
Mr. Jasper, I cannot sing these words. It would not be proper.
Why? Whatever could be wrong?
I cannot. I'm not worthy of it.
As your choir master, that shall be my decision. From the beginning, please.
Between the very dead of night and day, upon a steely sheet of light, I lay and in the moonfall I give myself to you, oh baby, and dress myself in blue. Before the cool calm night reveals the morn, time holds its breath while it conceives the dawn, and in the moonfall all sound is frozen still, yet warmth against you. Your skin will warm the chill. I feel its fingers the veil of night shade, light me from stars that all too soon fall. Betwixt our hearts let nothing intervene. Between our eyes the only sight I see is lustrous moonfall as it comes into view. So that soon I only see but
That was lovely, Rosa.
Thank you, sir.
But lovely will not do. When you sing these words, you must make me feel as if you mean them. Once again, please.
Between the very dead of night and day,
She's not used to an audience. Besides, Mr. Jasper, you are such a conscientious master. I believe you must make her afraid of you. No wonder.
No wonder.
You'd be afraid of him under similar circumstances, wouldn't you, Helena?
Not under any circumstance.
Ladies and gentlemen, our own fiery spirit, Miss Janet Conover.
Good evening, Reverend Crisparkle.
Good evening, Mr. Jasper, and allow me to introduce young Neville Landless and his twin sister Helena. They have both arrived from Ceylon, where they no longer have any family. Neville has been entrusted to my care, and Helena will be living here at the Nuns' house.
Welcome to Cloisterham, Mr. Landless.
Neville has been entrusted to my care of Tom's rather hot-tempered nature, and for him to make a new beginning for himself here in Cloisterham.
Did you and your sister lose your parents recently, Mr. Landless?
Their mother died when they were quite young. Now their stepfather has passed over as well.
I'm most sorry.
There's no need for you, bright gentlemen to console me. As it happens, it is well my stepfather died when he did, or I might have killed him.
The newest member of our company, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Victor Grinstead.
I surprise you, sir.
You shocked me, unspeakably shocked me.
You never saw him beat my sister. My stepfather was a brute, Mr. Jasper. In desperation, Helena tried on more than one occasion to flee our stepfather's cruel and miserly hand, even disguising herself as a boy, but to no avail. As for myself, I have had from my earliest remembrances to subdue a deadly and bitter hatred, which has made me secret and revengeful.
I say!
But your kindness and goodwill have deeply moved me, and I pledge to change my ill-tempered ways and break new ground for myself.
There's the lad. He'll soon blend in, Mr. Jasper.
Your pupil, Mr. Jasper. She sings beautifully.
I trust so, Mr. Landless.
Your efforts have not been without success.
Thank you.
And, may I inquire that your relationship, it extends beyond that of pupil and master?
Heavens no, Neville. Miss Bud is betrothed to Edwin Drood, Mr. Jasper's nephew.
You'd do well to cast your eyes and interests in other directions, sir.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Jasper.
No pardons necessary. However, I must be off. Choir practice, I fear. Enjoy your new life, Mr. Landless.
Thank you, Mr. Jasper. Thank you indeed. I trust we shall meet again. And I would like to meet this Drood and see what sort of a man is worthy of the affection of Miss Bud.
Steady, steady.
You are feeling better now, aren't you?
Oh, much. Thank you.
These surroundings, which may seem very secure to you, are new and unsettling to me. You will be my friend, won't you?
Of course. I will be a friend to you, as such a mite of a thing can be to such a womanly and handsome creature as you.
Who is Mr. Jasper?
My Edwin's uncle and my music master.
You know that he loves you.
Oh, don't! He has made a slave out of me with his looks, forced me to keep silent without uttering a single threat.
What is it you fear, pretty one?
I fear the moon, the fallen shores. I fear the night, the skies with waves. Bright eyes will burn me blindingly.
hears more than she tells. Portraying the role tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is the mother of the red light district, the queen of the musical royale. I give you Miss Angela Brysock.
Crime don't pay. That's what I tell them. If it did, would I be here? Mixing pipes, what then I sells them for a pint of rotten beer. Throat your pants to pocket rockets, or a slut to grab some sleep. Bash your face for bleeding tuppence. You're a disgrace to work so cheap. So I say, don't be a sinner for the price of London gin. You can't pay for one square dinner in the wages of sin. The whole there ain't much profit in the wages of sin. In the wages of sin. In the wages of sin. Oh, hello there, love. Fancy seeing you here 2 nights in a row. What piece of crumpet you buttering up instead of me? What piece of raspberry tart? Oh! I do beg your pardon, Miss. First time on the town with him, eh? Well, I do assure you, yes, now, I've had him on numerous occasions. I mean, numerous. And whatever he's got to do, so for you, praise God, it'll be over in an instant. Oh, Lord. Oh. What did pay you, love? By the note, I had him when he was 14, don't love him. You haven't had it better since, have you? He hasn't had any sense. I've seen girls from gutter families trap rich men in fluttery ways, and they call past the jamblies over nuptial breakfast trays, over there in bed 11, sleeps are bleeding. Spends his days eyes cast to heaven. Spends most nights amongst that shit. Oh! Well, I do beg your pardon, ladies and gentlemen. I feel a little about myself there. I assure you that would never, ever, ever happen again. Where was I? Oh yes, shit. That's why I say, don't take half measures, do things right and dig right in. In this world, there's greater treasures than the wages of sin. I get threats, but seldom offers. If I did, I'm packing. You can't fill that many covers in the wages of sin. Oh, don't be a dear and have no love after that last night, man. Leave the wages of sin. Oh, bloody hell. How could you better than that? Get off your butts and give us the answer, eh?
I mean London, quickly! Though my task is only half finished, your medicine is as potent as usual.
Platinum! Who makes an opium with wine these days? I'll fix it for you now.
Yes. Before I put into the changing colours and the shifting scenery, I must get rid of him! Oh, him!
Crisparkle is nowhere there.
Leave me. There he is! And there I am!
Yes, of course. Now, keep me still and have yourself a pleasant journey.
Rosa, pardon.
Did you just... say Roosevelt?
I can't quite seem to recall what I just said. Can you direct me to the nearest railway station? I appear to have been lost.
5 and 3 refers me.
Well, a large sum for such a small courtesy. However, if you are that needy, and the railway...
The nearest is Aldgate.
Aldgate.
10 minutes of a walk away from the river.
I paid you to give me my bloody wine.
Thanks for taking my car.
Incredible.
Who are you then? And what are you? You noticed that meaningful statement. It almost seemed like a clue to me, don't you think? Let's have it again once more, dear. Really, babe? Yes, once more, let's go. On. Who are you then? And what are you? Ah, what indeed? It is now the following day, and as we return to Cloistrom, we find less sordid surroundings. But we do meet one of Cloistrom's leading citizens, Mr. Mayor Thomas Sapsey.
Good afternoon, Mayor Sapsey.
Really? With a sack of what? Well, this is unacceptable! But once again, you'll see who gets saddled with the... Ladies and gentlemen, a brief announcement. The part of Mayor Thomas Sapsey So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the role of Mayor Thomas Sapsy will be played by your own humble chairman himself, Mr. William Cartwright, and I hope that comes subject to your approval. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, but I would like to add, it's more your luck than mine.
Good afternoon, Mayor Sapsy.
Good afternoon, Cousin Crisparkle and
These are my new charges from Ceylon. I'm taking them to meet. And here they are now. Helena, Neville, allow me to introduce young Edwin Drood.
Sir, I congratulate you on your good fortune, Mr. Drood.
Good fortune, sir?
Your betrothal, sir.
Oh, yes, Rosa.
Edwin is soon to depart himself for your segment of the globe, Neville.
Ceylon, Mr. Drood.
No, but very much the same Egypt.
Oh. To make your future, sir?
No, to ensure that Egypt has one. I shall shortly be taking over my family's engineering concern there, and I plan to pull off a miracle.
Pray, what miracle?
The Cairo Transverse, Mr. Landless, a thoroughfare for commerce and coach travel across the desert to Alexandria.
A monumental task, Mr. Drood.
Yes.
One wonders where one will attain, for example, the paving stones?
From the pyramids!
No!
Yes. My studies show there is enough rock in the top half of the Great Pyramid alone.
This is English blasphemy. Is it not enough that you take our delicate brew of tea leaves and likewise improve it by pouring cow's milk into...
Please, let's not raise our voices here and Voice from High Street.
I meant no offense, sir.
And I did not mean my awkward ways to arouse such emotion. Or to ruffle your splendid feathers, Miss Bud.
I'm sure Mr. Landless only feels passionately about his part of the world, Edwin.
As long as he keeps his passions in check.
I fear I have not yet adapted myself to your restrained climate. You might forgive me yourselves if you knew the warm and uncivilized allure of our homeland. My reputation precedes me here, a situation I needs must fear. What hope have I of granting it with this my shade of skin? I thought I cleaned my slate at last, but they anticipate my past.
What shall I show them? What will I bet?
What do I owe them? What they expect? A pretty subject on display in frozen on today. Our immigration to this location has brought a station down in one. This destination divides creation in rank and file, and English are they and British am I.
British are they and English am I. There are two subjects we don't discuss.
One is Allah, the other's lust.
And yet I fear you soon will be the subject of scorn.
A British subject nonetheless.
You count on Burma, what's all the fuss? All terra firma belongs to us.
A British subject bred and born, and subject not to scorn. Out of the
Your migration to this destination has but begun your nation. The isolation of our population, the
English are they, and British am I, and out of the
your migration to this destination
has crossed it down in heart. While and English are they, and British am I. This is the way we'll stay.
Till we die, till we die.
You see, my assassin, it's just as I feared. The stinking rival of that Landless fellow and my dear boy, and I fear his hot blood and distant temperament.
Oh, come now, Mr. Jasper. You exaggerate the matter.
I will go mad! Can you not realize that there are more than one side, one face to all things in nature? Underneath his tainted English accent and adopted English mannerisms, there is a tribalman's Landless, a heathen Landless, a half-blooded, half-bred, half-caste, who would kill as easily as he combs his sleek hair.
Oh, come, Mr. Jasper. This is quite extraordinary.
On the contrary, nothing can be more the ordinary. I find myself suffering from this sort of duality on occasion. I tend to forget things, and in going back to retrieve them, half expect to find myself rounding a corner I've already turned.
And what about me? Having been your chairman and play this sassy bloke at the same time? It's dark unforgiveness.
Just like our little friend in Netherlands, I find that. I am not myself pity, for all I knew when I knew the northern room enough for to reside my mind.
I am likewise in a haste from who I am from scene to scene. I meet me for, I meet me two are in a mind.
Or is it I, or is it he?
And if I'm him, and if I'm each one of us, I know what we are to do.
And if I take the conclusions, I will think myself the conclusion lines up, was it right or wrong? Hey, many company, trophy, throttle, shooting, or that was blown, and moving down to the garden, for the pirates, take the one side of the point, while the rock of pennies, the guineas, the two sided, the pool, and accepting the food, not because the food is accepting the pirates, is the side of the point.
Oh, sorry!
Let's go, hey!
High or low?
Or black or white?
Or up or down?
Or left or right, or night and day?
The nature seldom ever seems to hold the sight. The rose of liberatory cycle once dismayed.
There's shadows in this shadow more.
And there's a rose of physical.
You're gonna stand this to me for and let me smile.
The lost division is good.
It's in the back of the back.
And they'll leave us for just a while.
Hey, baby, company, trophy, throttle, shooting, or that was blown, and moving down to the currency, for the pirates, the paper was such a point. Oh, the rock of pennies, the guineas, the two sided, the pool, and accepting the food, not because the food is accepting the pirates, the paper was such a point. Company, What a wholly original and creative idea, sir. But I must be off. I must change. Good day, sir.
Bye-bye. Ladies and
Where do you usually go?
You're next to an idiot.
Pleased to meet you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Prince Clown of the Musical Royale. Your friend, not mine. I give you, and please, I don't want him back. Mr. Nick Cricker.
Assisted, dear friends, by my own lad, young Nick Cricker II.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause for Nick Cricker and Son.
Afternoon, Mayor Sapsy. Your lordship, sir.
Good afternoon, Doodles.
I'm begging your pardon, sir. The cough. It's a bit of rheumatism.
No, I think you mean rheumatism.
No, I've been working on your dead wife's grave.
That refers to the late Mrs. Thomas Sapsy is just that. The late Mrs. Thomas Sapsy. For that is how I like to think of her and remember her.
She was 1 in a million.
No, she was 1 in a raffle. But how's my wife's grave coming along?
Oh, it's all ready for my inscribing. She'll be much happier when we've moved her from our temporary grave. Although it's not been at all damp, and the moles won't have been able to get at her for ages. Though there's nothing we can do about the worms. They've already made a meal of Miss Sapsy, no matter.
That's enough, Turtles. And, who is this thing, this boy that you have?
My protege, Squire, name of deputy.
I put the lock on your wife's crypt myself, your lordship.
That's right, and I've got the key right here, and it'll be my pleasure to slide your old woman right in there tomorrow morning. There's enough room in there for the whole royal family to have afternoon tea.
Yes, Turtles.
That crypt is a national treasure, if I may be so bold, your grace. Just a while ago, Mr. Jasper asked me to take him down into the crypt to see it.
You might want to add that to your list of suspicious statements.
Steady on, Bill. We don't want these people leaping to conclusions without all the facts at hand. Otherwise, they'll all be running. Off to the races! Right! Let's have a person off to the races!
No. We mustn't ruin this dramatic moment that we've been building. That is scheduled for later on in the program.
Off to the races!
Oh, shut up! Ladies and gentlemen, we follow Turtles and Deputy in hopes of shedding more light into our story into the Cloister Cathedral graveyard.
Is anyone there? Mr. Jasper?
Have you been watching me, you cunning devil? I'll have the blood of you! That will serve you well.
You murdered him!
What? What are you on about?
Murderer!
Stop talking such lunacy, devils, and help me revive the dear boy. I only hope that...
There, you bastard! I'll sew your eyes out next time, so help me!
Quiet, young wretch!
Why do you assault me this way, devils?
You're right for the asylum, Mr. Jasper.
Peculiar lad.
Blame it on his infectious youth, sir. But, oh, that was excellent wine you gave me earlier. Much more accustomed to. But did you get a look in Mrs. Sapsey's tomb while I was asleep?
No, I appear to have gotten lost.
I was lost in a fitful dream myself, Mr. Jasper. I dreamt somebody took something from me. Oh, and here it is. Mayor Sapsey wouldn't like me leaving the mausoleum keys lying about in front of his wife's crypt. He gave me strict instructions that the keys were, well, and now the key to Mrs. Sapsey's tomb is missing. What do you think, Mr. Jasper?
I think that I have guests coming over for any moment, and a poor host of mine are to offer them all the joys and luxuries of the season. Merry Christmas to you, reverend.
And God rest ye merry, Mr. John Jasper.
Yes, we've spent many a bright, charting afternoon here among these silent tombs, eh? My own betrothed. No, Rosa, we are not legally bound to marriage. Then let us change to brother and sister from this day forth. Never to be husband and wife? Never. I am honor bound to confess that this thought does not originate with you alone, Rosa. I know that you have not been truly happy with our engagement. Nor have I. I'm sorry, Rosa. And I for you. Oh, if only our marriage had not been a short since birth, perhaps then we would know how we truly feel towards each other. If we were perfect strangers, how perfect life could be. I know if I adore you, you know if you love me. Too much we've seen together to judge the view. Too much we've been together, and I presume the future, and I presume that you were there. Before me, the forest from the trees. Could life be real without you? You're always there. How do I feel about you? I care near to touch you. My dear, how much you mean. But how we lovers, how we love you, how we feel it, how we show it. Brother, sister, I pray you take this clasp, given to me by my mother, as a vow of my eternal friendship. God bless you. God bless you, dear. How do I feel about you? I care near to touch you. My dear, isn't it how much you mean? How we love us, how we feel it, how we show it. If we were perfect strangers, I might have loved you perfectly. This will all come as a terrible blow to my uncle. Why, whatever is the matter?
Do you think we could keep our change of plans for Mr. Jasper for just a little while, Eddie?
Of course, you're right. Why give such sad news on Christmas Eve? But we We must be off. They're expecting us, and I fear a storm is brewing.
What a bizarre climate you have here in Cloistrom. First snow and now this threatening storm? The gods must be angry.
God must be angry, Neville. We use the singular here in England.
What a storm for Christmas Eve!
Yes, 'twas quite like this the night Rosa's mother died.
Neville tells me you once engaged to Rosa's mother, Sparkle.
Yes, but I fear I was a bit too Anglican, a bit too angular for her taste. And then, celebrating her second anniversary, just a few months after Rosa was born, she apparently slipped, walking unobserved along the cliffs, and drowned in the embrace of the ungrateful waves. But enough. Let us follow Mr. Jasper's lead. Forget our grievances with life with each other over a steady Christmas dinner.
I hope you can all enjoy the meager merits of my humble table.
Hello! Sorry we're late. We fought the storm.
Miss Blood, it's wondrous to see you again. Let me take your things.
I had no idea you had hired domestic staff, Uncle.
Edwin, Mr. Landless will take you seriously.
No fear of that.
Gentlemen, Rosa, you have no idea what it means to have you in my chambers.
Miss Blood, how is it in a time of holly you remind me of a flowering hibiscus?
And how is it that you remind me of an inconsistent bacon, Neville? For while your metaphor seems quite stale, your manners are uncommonly fresh.
You go too far, sir.
Gentlemen, this is Christmas Eve and I shall tolerate no further unchristian-like behavior. Now, this mulled wine is very good stuff indeed. I obtained the recipe on a recent trip to London.
Well, any port and storm for me, Uncle?
Ah, yes, any port and storm. Very good, Edwin. Yes, none for me, thanks.
Now, let us all drink deep.
This wine is more potent than usual, Jack.
I was hoping you would like it. Now, let there be no more ill will between you two.
Please, Edwin. There is no longer any cause for rivalry between us, Neville. You have my friendship if you wish it.
Then a Merry Christmas to you, Edwin.
The goose is cooked.
Miss Blood, I suppose your next Christmas dinner will be in Egypt.
My God, Landless! Perhaps you should accompany us to Cairo. Rose and I could use someone to carry our bags.
What?
Someone more acquainted with foreign tongue than he is with minding his own.
Gentlemen, ladies, please be seated.
Sir, don't much like your tongue, that super sneely snake you wear. Clear you wear, find the cup in mine, but the waistcoat, one can soon be torn, will be like you should bleed your blood so blue.
Something in the speech seems ominous to me. Each pray promises to me.
Praise him divine, for this we should be glad.
Won't you try some wine?
No good can come from that.
My dearest, deepest Ned, I wish to wish you well. The world is all before you, just like oysters on the stone.
Landless as you are, and know your blood is hot, but less than sure than we. Your history would indicate the passing from our passing through your veins who is that place.
Something sends a chill like feet upon my grave. I'm a stricken welcome, but no save.
Good these words they say, may call upon the land.
That was all the way.
No good can come from that.
My dearest, deepest friends, may I propose a toast to Rosa Barnes, Edwin Drood. 3 cheers. Here's the roast.
How very blessed are we, say no so many stars. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done.
Which one of you will carve?
The lance is cut like the bone with daggers drawn. I glare at you. There at home you dare soon to stare at whom I made my wife. Share my life and see you dead before sweet Rosa wedding.
Please near, I fear, we are frightened yet, we'll soon forget, never regret, never forget.
In younger days I hungered for another, Rosa's mother. After Rosa's birth, she left desert, no dust is all unworth.
So long a time I've thought that I'm dressed in all white, naive, and I perceive these boys, this noise more frightening than they might conceive. So let's cut them down, let the stars draw like clouds. There is no with these new additions, let it be revealed. Murderous ignitions, otherwise concealed. Fire like possible, warning you have had. Now we can come from bad, no good. No good can come from bad. I'm strong for Christmas Eve. I must roll down to the river where to see the bit of nature unchecked. Will you excuse me, Uncle?
Of course. I will join you on your walk.
And we must retire to a nun's house before the storm. Goodbye, everyone. My dear Edwin.
Rosa.
Careful how you tread, everyone.
I shall see the lady safely home.
Will you join me, Uncle?
No, I have plans I must execute. But you shall not go out in that storm with your flimsy coat. Take my own humble but servant pink coat.
Come, Edwin, your destiny calls.
Well, goodbye, Uncle. Goodbye, all.
When shall we three meet again? When, if ever? It is now the very next day, and guess what day it is? It's Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, everybody. But, in its wake, there's still to be no found trace of young Edwin Drood.
Stump. Oh, I fear that something terrible has happened to Edwin.
Let us wait until my assistant Basil reports. I'm sure you've heard the sentiment, boys, that no news is most certainly good news. And here he comes now. Basil, what news?
No news.
There, you see. I believe you've met my assistant Basil. His chief occupation is in guiding excursion parties around our church. Quite the showman is our Basil, though tragically misplaced.
Misplaced?
Yes, Basil carries with him a secret. Now, Rosa, what do you think Basil has done?
Nothing dreadful, I hope.
He's written a play, a tragedy.
The thorn of anxiety.
When will it be performed, Mr. Bassett?
Never.
I sometimes believe that Basil has more pride in its lack of support, rather like a citizen of Greece who prefers the Parthenon in ruin. But I do hope to see Mr. Bassett's work performed someday.
I too, Mr. Bassett.
I love the theatrical world, but there are many stages beyond the proscenium. I long to play a larger part.
Then, Basil, why don't you use your enviable creativity to find some accounting for young men?
That assignment I eagerly accept.
Oh, my dear, hopeless Edwin.
How like her mother she looks, but the Lord seemed fit to smile on me. Her mother not married another. Oh, met her death 2 years later at that pleasure party by the sea. I might have been Rosa's.
Father, I need your prayers.
Rise, my child. The cathedral bell summons us.
And is it not significant, Mayor Saxby, that never Landless was last seen fleeing the district?
You've convinced me, Mr. Jasper. Murder couldn't be hidden amongst glorious events of affections and all signs do point to the young Neverlandless.
What a wholly original and creative idea, sir.
I shall instruct a few of my good strong men to go and get him using whatever force is necessary.
You do that, sir.
I never got this far enough now.
And when we find we'll hang that murderous swine.
Right, was any? We'll have a hanging for Christmas.
Fetch the dogs.
Oh, Mr. Jasper! Mr. Jasper, look what I discovered!
Why, it's my coat, the one I gave to Edwin last night. It's been torn to ribbons and, oh God, there's blood on it. Where did you find it?
On the rock by the river Weir.
My dear boy is murdered! I take this oath before you, bastard, record it in your memory, that I shall fasten the crime of murder upon this murderer, and avenge my dear Edwin's name.
I shall remember your words, Mr. John Jasper.
And I'm afraid that's it for you this evening, Philip, isn't it?
I believe you're right, Philip.
Oh, well, it hardly seems you were coming from Knutsford each night. You, seem to specialize in these narrow parts of late.
Not by choice, Mr. Cartwright.
Let's see. In Julius Caesar, you played the part of...
A senator.
Ah, so you were in for the kill. Oh, and in this story, you do understudy Mr. Clive Paget as John Jasper, surely one of these days.
In actuality, Mr. Paget claims never to have missed a performance in his entire career.
Ooh. Let's see, Philip, this act is almost over, and the next one is considerably shorter than this one. Would you happen to have a song ready by chance?
Well, as a matter of happenstance, Mr. Cartwright, I do have in common with my role this evening aspirations as an author, have composed a brief song which ventures to say underscores this dilemma of the character of Paget I portray. I hesitate to...
Come, Mr. Bax! It's titled...
What? Never the luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, a brief derailment from our bill of fare tonight. Mr. Philip Bax singing his own, maybe rightfully unheard and unpublished song, Never the Luck.
Never the luck, and never the lead, and never you mind, they say. In time we all taste the light, and I'll have the mind someday. Still, each precious part seems over and done before I begun to speak. I cast out my mind and keep my head in, but I'll not stand in this week. Some starless night, they'll call towards the wings. Who here dances and sings that when yours truly springs, and seeing them they'll cry, why? He knows he's mine, and everyone's due. We must let him do the part. I'll be center stage, the music will play. I'll walk my way into your heart. Though ever I plan and ever I plot, with ever the plot to try, I wait for my star, my fate to be struck, but never the luck have I.
Enough now.
There's your murderer, sir.
Reverend Crisparkle, what have I done?
Nothing, ma'am. I'm sure that there is some...
Landless, where is Drood?
Why do you ask me that way?
Because you were the last person seen with him, and he is nowhere to be found.
Miss Saxon, do you wish to question him?
What time did you and Drood leave the river that night?
In all honesty, I can't recall of anything what transpired once Edwin and I reached the river.
Then how did you get those bloodstains on your shirt front and your shoes?
I acquired these bloodstains, just now, when these men of yours forcibly dragged me back from the countryside where I had been walking.
Neville Landless, as acting constable for the district, I place you under arrest.
Neville! How many of them did it take to mar you in this way?
8.
You have an interesting way with the law and cloister, Mayor Saxy. You, Mr. Jasper, for days ago you would have wanted all cloister but the pending violence between your nephew and my brother. What do you know of all this?
Only that my nephew is dead.
Mayor Saxy, you cannot possibly charge Neville when he knows nothing further than what he has freely volunteered.
You shall volunteer nothing further, Neville.
I would like to remind you and your brother that there is the chance of murder at hand.
Will you utter that word again, you laughable man? Perhaps it'll be good enough to supply a body, a victim, corpse, something more tangible than an errant nephew, a timorous uncle, and a ludicrous city official. There's no backing for his charges beyond pure pomp and sheer circumstance.
Yeah.
Well said, Helena.
You know, she's right, Mayor Saxy. You cannot possibly charge Neville without the body.
Oh, very well. Release him.
Oh, bless you, Mr. Crisparkle.
I am overpaid.
If only I could express my gratitude without the strange, somewhat geographically untraceable accent.
Let's pause for a moment. Shall we, folks? Let's see. Our storyline is that young Edwin Drood may very well be Clive.
Dead. John Jasper has sworn vengeance upon his nephew's murderer.
Whom most of this populace think to be Neville Landless.
But the charges against Neville have been rescinded, thanks to Helena Landless' steely resolve and the support of the kindly
Reverend Crisparkle, who was once engaged to
Ceased mother. Meanwhile, it's difficult to assume what one might make of
The drunken stonemason Deirdre, not to mention the mysterious purveyor of opium, the Princess Papa.
All statements to consider during this next interlude we are about to go into. And ladies and gentlemen, without all of these facts and statements at hand, you may very well find yourselves off to the races.
Oh yes! Let's have a chorus of off to the races!
A spontaneous request for what evening here at the Music Hall Royale is complete without our trademark anthem, Off to the Races. With conclusions often lead the best of us astray. The wisest will be life just to wait. Otherwise, are now the big emotions run away like horses at the off to the races, off to the races, off to the race we go. And what the chases, we seldom seem to know. And the broken hearts you have to never to pursue, and then the riders off you sing and they shake the race. Run the anchor to the ground, they suddenly reveal all their off to the races, off to the races, off to the races, walk. To the races, to the races, beneath the wall at home. Don't fall back on your assumptions, hasty presumptions. Mind do you win? Mind the track like an ad running blind, lagging behind you, find your way. There's our Queen Victoria. She's had 9 kids to date. You wonder how Prince Albert got in news. Probably by her decree and appropriate, since she made him amuse. Off to the races, the boys' races, same as poor folks do. To the races, oh, to the races, sing more
Tonight's performance will include a 15-minute intermission.
end of these two stories.
Of a man in black, he's disappeared before the on the scent of a resident. I'll check them well, inspect the personnel. I'm led upon a doubtful chase, who's dead and gone without a trace. This is a private investigation, just when did Drood depart? Where was his destination? It's a private investigation. He vanished into where? Vanished where in all creation? Trail of a small detail. I drew upon a few irony. I repeat, as the old first mate, incognito, into the heart we go. I'm not a man of any means. On search and scan behind the scenes. This is a private investigation. Just when did Drood depart? Wherever are his destination? It's a private investigation. Turn this right up to a public situation. It's a private. Wherever are his destination? It's a private. I'll peer and pry and scrutinize. I'm stealing by, pursuing lies. I clearly spy with my sly private
Crisparkle, all things bright and beautiful this evening, don't you think?
Yes, as if the stars were mere punctures in the earth's ceiling, through which heaven's light could be seen, or something along those lines. I just wish that my assistant Rosa, who is away on business, could see such a night as this.
Hold on there, boy. Here's a face we've not seen before. Welcome to Fair Cloistrum. I'm in the way of being the greeter to anyone who might have a bottle of wine on them. My name is Durdles.
My name is Datchery. Dick Datchery. And I was wondering if lodgings could be found in these parts.
Oh, no doubt, Mr. Datchery.
Something architectural. Out of the way. Inconvenient.
Oh, we have any number of inconvenient lodgings here in Cloistrum, sir.
Close to the cathedral as well.
Excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing that you are in search of some lodging. The only lodging I know along those specifications is a singular room just above John Jasper's. You know, he's a great admirer.
Is that the fellow who's been much afflicted by the loss of his nephew? Edwin Drood?
Right on, boy! Is this John Jasper? Is he always dressed in mourning these days?
That's the man. And you won't catch me going near him again.
Why is that, boy?
Because I'm going to be lifted off my legs and choked again.
I find this most interesting. I shall enjoy watching the comings and goings of this town.
That man would speak to his tailor.
Yes, indeed. Oh, excuse me, miss. Would you happen to know where I can find John Jasper?
Oh, are you ill?
No, miss. I always look this way.
Rosa, we've both been neglecting your studies. When shall we next resume?
Never, sir.
Have I been politely told that you abandon your studies altogether?
The blindness is yours, not mine. I beg not to be questioned. I will not answer any more. I at least have that in my power.
Rosa,
I do not wish to hear you, sir.
I do not forget how many eyes command a few of us, but you shall hear me even against your wishes. Dearest Rosa, charming Rosa, even when my dear boy was engaged to you, I loved you madly. I kept our secret well, did I not?
You were false to him, daily and hourly as you are now. You know you made me afraid to open his kind eyes to the truth, that you are a bad, bad man.
How beautiful you are. You are more beautiful in anger than proposed. I do not ask for your love. Give me yourself, your pretty rage, your enchanting scorn. It will be enough for me. I warn you, rare witch, sweet tempter, you must stay or do more harm than can be undone.
You're mad.
I plan to show you how my love is.
Love, you dare utter that word. Love is but a word that wanders here from pastures green, where it was rarely said and seen in singing song. Innocent enough, it was intended to be used on rare occasions, not to be used by every tongue. Never has a word that never taken so in vain, with little meaning right remain as quickly blood. Never has there been so quite exhausted such a term, your signs and syllables confirm how dream is word. You call it love, I call it rude, I call it lost, I call it cruel, I call it cruel, I cannot bear
Yes, I dare call it love.
I think it foul.
I
think it wrong.
See me smile.
The moral take. I'm cutting God. You're worse than bad.
I speak them in the name of love.
Rosa about the dainty little face whose every curl confirms that she's a child, a girl, and me of five. Rosa is the only soul in cloistrum, it seems, who senses just the sort of dreams you dream at night. Did you think your stay would stop by seeing every fiber of my being? Told me since I was betrothed. That's your most unnatural intent of conjures words I dare not mention. You must know how much I loathe to know your thoughts, to see you touch, to hear your voice, to feel your touch.
So much
a dreadful task
for me to ask.
to read in space.
I speak the name of love.
I will not fear.
Yeah,
I have a choice. I'll take it from me tonight. I'll not permit you to desecrate
the name of love.
The name of love.
The name of love.
The name of
overheard one of the very interesting information I came here for.
So you're leaving Cloistrom already?
Not bloody likely. I didn't come this far only to go back with but one piece of the puzzle in fortune I had. I have never in my wretched life been so close to getting something I set about after. More fool I would be to pull back just when I'm willing. I have never understood those in life who ease up just with the truth on. Once I bet my last 10 pence and won. Twice as rich then friends said, call it done. How sad I say, so that's your honest remaining. 20 pence instead of 10. Double up my bed again. In life we start the same as when we're done. If you lose, you're just where you begun. If you won, don't quit while you're ahead. Just press your blessed luck instead.
And try to think what might be the best. Use the heart that beats within your breast. Never rest. Don't quit while you're ahead. Sing out there's more in store for me.
I see my dream ship finally coming in like the steamship, entering into wind.
Lift your chin. Remember what I said. Don't quit while you're ahead. Let it go.
Must be love that's meant to be. Only just 3 winks away from me, hopefully. Don't quit while you're ahead. Don't worry how you tread. Who cares?
And there's a chance, one heart dream that is mine, a romance quite ripe upon the line.
Don't resign.
No victor ever fled.
Don't quit while you're ahead. To stay.
Sorry, Tara, boom! Bang it, bash it, hooray, hurrah! Boom! Bang it, bash it, hoo-la-dee-da! Don't quit while you're ahead. Don't say I'm off to bed. Farewell.
Will I do? Don't let the road go to waste. Not with close enough to taste. In the fall of grace.
For God's own sake. So raise the stake. You struck the lucky vein, never break through any lucky chain of refrain. Don't quit while you're ahead, as easy done as said. You'll see, ta-ra-ta-ra, boom! Bang it, bash it, hooray, hurrah! Boom! Bang it, bash it, hoo-la-dee-da! Don't quit while you're ahead. Sing out, there's more in store for me. For me. Much more for me. And now, at last, we see the slightest glimmering of light, quite shimmering in the dim dull of night. So long have we been blind, but finally we unwind the plot. The truth is this: we find out what we need.
It was at this point, ladies and gentlemen, that Mr. Charles Dickens laid down his pen forever. And so that's all we will ever know for sure about the mystery of Edwin Drood. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, together, by your count, shortly to be voted, shortly to be counted, oh, that was not right, whatever. Words are a little difficult sometimes. We shall together solve, resolve, and conclude the mystery
Edwin Drood dead or alive. Miss Nutting, who has a vested interest in the outcome, will kindly turn her back to the cast. Ladies, gentlemen, as your whim takes you this evening, all those who believe Edwin Drood to be dead, raise your hands if you please. Thank you. And all those who believe Edwin Drood to be alive, do the same. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Miss Nutting, but you snuffed it. By massive majority, I fear. Our next key question, Mr. Throttle.
Who is the detective Dick Datchery?
Well, we can safely cross Edwin Drood off that list, since our company has voted him dead for the remainder of the evening.
Dead? Ha ha! And bloody ha ha! You absolute envious little shit! It's obvious to everyone here that I am Datchery, and it's even more transparent that this petty, jealous cast bitterly resents the attention I received in the local press. Goodbye,
Miss Nutting! Miss Nutting!
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, you have no idea the week we've had with her. First, her dressing room was too small. Then her moustache was too long. I told her she was splitting hairs when... I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this bit of behavior is very unprofessional and comes on a rather sour note on a rather flawless evening. But I would like to point out that many literary experts disagree with Miss Nutting's opinion that Edwin Drood and Dick Datchery are one and the same person, and there are a lot of other candidates who it could be tonight. For example, Neville Landless revealed about his sister Helena in Act 1.
In desperation, Helena tried on more than one occasion to flee our stepfather's cruel and miserly hand, even disguising herself as a boy.
A hint, a powerful hint. Or was it a misdirected thrust? Why would Helena Landless have pursued Mr. John Jasper under these given circumstances?
Not under any circumstances.
You see, but there's still more who it could be. What say of you, Rosa?
I love the theatrical world, but there are many stages beyond the proscenium. I long to play a larger part.
Who more likely to don such a melodramatic garb and seek the spotlight? Why else does he appear in our story at all?
From my earliest remembrances, I've been secret and revengeful.
Who more likely to investigate the disappearance of Edwin Drood than he who is suspected of murder himself? Or was somebody else trying to clear Neville's name?
Neville has been entrusted to my care.
The Reverend Crisparkle, could he have donned another garb in search of clearing Neville's name? And then there is the puzzling choice of the fair Miss Rosa. Could she have disguised herself in hopes of finding out who killed her dear beloved Ned? Looks can be very deceiving.
I'd say.
Well, there are a few people who it cannot be tonight, though, ladies and gentlemen. Those include Mr. John Jasper, the Princess Puffer, Dirtles, and Deputy, and myself, Mayor Thomas Sapsey. For in our story tonight, in a Mr. Dickens novel, they all appear alongside the Dick Datchery. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will take this Datchery vote by how is done in most amateur theatres. When the handkerchief is held above the head of the person who you would like to be Datchery tonight, pray applause. And do keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that we have big decisions at hand. So, for God's sake, do not vote for whoever is a distant cousin of yours. Mr. Throttle, if you please.
The underrated Mr. Paget. The tempestuous Miss Helena Landless. The ecstatic ecclesiastic Reverend Crisparkle. All the way from Ceylon, Mr. Neville Landless. And and the lovely Miss Rosa.
Rosa Blood is our Datchery for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I do suggest that we make a quick costume change, and I do see many people out in the audience who are more than willing and ready to help you get into that costume. Miss Nothing, what are you doing? Well, you see, ladies and gentlemen, that sort of behavior is due entirely to upbringing. You see, her parents were in the iron and steel business. Mother irons, the father steals. You didn't like that? Okay, then. How about this one, then? She was once known as the orthopedic soprano. She sang in all the joints. Not that one either? How about this one, then? I lost you. She sang in a pub called the Cock and Comfort. There wasn't a lot of comfort, but there was plenty of. Well, that's what I went tonight. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we must decide on a much more serious matter. Who you would like to be our culprit, our fiend, our killer. Oh, shut up! One more outburst like that, and I will send you back to the Salvation Army, where they will have you singing, Jesus makes me for a sunbeam. No more outbursts. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the first choice for killer tonight. The most obvious villain, Mr. John Jasper. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, don't you know that here is a musical royale we do in his killing? No, it's too late for that. We have to do it all over again. Sit back down. We're going to do this till you get it right. And if you don't, I will make our company stand up here in a line and sing 83 choruses of The Church Bell Won't Ring Tonight because the vicar's got the clapper. We will ruin your evening. And look at them. They don't want to sing it, and you don't want to hear us sing it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the most obvious part of the killer, the villain tonight. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, that was redeeming of yourselves. But I ask you, is this the face of a killer? And could this be all there is to our story tonight? That the most obvious choice, Mr. John Jasper, killed his own beloved nephew in hopes of winning the love of the fair Miss Rosa Blood? You know, that's taking the wind out of your sails, hasn't it, Big Mouth? But there are still many more choices who the murderer could be tonight. So these are people he will be voting upon for murderer.
Helena, stood I in trying to save my brother, bring harm to Edwin Drood.
Bastard, my need for love and attention has driven me quite mad. Somebody stop me before I sing again.
Turtles. I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than give Drood a frontal lobotomy.
Princess Papa, who am I? What am I?
Neville Landless. In all honesty, I can't recall of anything what transpired once Edwin and I reached the river, but he was an odious little twit, and he deserved what he got.
Reverend Crisparkle, have I in some way confused my path here on earth?
and I've been under the full line of suspicion ever since this play's beginning.
Time, ladies and gentlemen, time at last to decide who the killer is tonight. And so we will do this the most easiest way, by a show of hands. So let's bring up the house lights so we can do this properly and see. Oh, good Lord! It's Clive dealing with tonight! Why don't all of you all hold hands and contract the living? Anyways, there are members of our company now roaming amongst you to count your vital votes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nicole. One round of applause right there.
offer a sip of port to our murderer tonight. But in order to keep this a secret, I ask that you close your eyes. Close your eyes. Here we go. I am now offering a sip of port to our murderer. Our murderer is drinking it. You may open your eyes now. You see, you cannot trust anyone here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That is just one of many twists and turns that we have left to do. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the first time ever, by your specifications, to be revealed only momentarily, I give you the completed rendition of The Mystery of Edwin Drood. Coincidentally, Mr. Charles Dickens' first chapter of his novel was titled The Dawn, and the last chapter was titled The Dawn Again. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us conclude our story.
Ooh, it's bloody freezing again. Ooh. Miss. You wouldn't happen to have 5 and 6 tuppence worth of Christian soul in distress, would you?
We're both Christian souls in distress, I fear, and I have less than 3 and 6 to get me to London.
Running away from something?
Yes, at long last, yes.
Rosa.
How on earth could you know my name?
No. I've only known you since the day you were born. Only bathed you and fed you. Don't look at me, Rosa. I don't want you to see me like this. But could you remember your nanny, Rosa, some 12 years ago? Could you look at me now, my own sweet girl, and remember your nan instead?
Nan, yes. I was 6 and then you weren't there anymore.
Oh, God love you, you do remember. You never knew your mother, did you?
I was the closest thing you had to that. But why did you leave me?
Oh, it's a sad story, Rosa, but a common one, I fear. I was once your man, then I met a man, tall and tall with golden hair, his will I let him have his own. He knew his way so well. Led me down the garden path. Marriage in hand, what a golden stand. Was a bed in Camden Town, and came to me and said, should I say, oh, friend, do nice to him, he swelled. Stood on your garden path to make your bed of roses and sleep in it. Colouring deep in it and rain never rain. Strolling through the poppies, fair on the seeds of one mistake. On my back again, early Satan's pen. Took to drink some, not to think of who go next to play. Gave my cat my every cent, then he gave me farewell. Leaving me true heart to wear. Like some days of edges that as they tickle you, they'll tell you all about it. well be on my side. Here's a pipe for you, sir. Price is 5 and 2, sir. Can't you see the garden? It's such a lovely garden. I'll take you there. I know the path so well. Mr. Datchery, so I followed his track to the lodgings in the back. Though I hate to confess, well, I watched this man dress, and I saw sudden boys without his own disguise. And under all that hair was a fair white mimosa. Dick Datchery was my own Rosa.
Each with a beard. Gladly I shed this tent of a coat. My explanation I now emote. My motive in taking this role of a wit and my whiskered soul was to ably disguise my most feminine side as I take an inquire and stroll. For strangers who chat with the chap reveal this and that and a snap. A remarkably leery of women who query too much, it's a great handicap. So this disguise saw me through it, playing the part of a man. Really there's nothing much to it, most any animal can. I mean, not on a limerick, not on a limerick, not on a limerick again. I found the theatrical kit, and as Datchery I did my bit. So to clear Neville's name I confess to my shame 'twas for vengeance as well I admit. So I followed John Jasper high-low, to the dens he descended below. And as he surfaced here 'twas immediately clear my suspicions were quite apropos. So I crept in the lodgings of Jasper, there in his robe, what a sight. There I found my mother's clasp, the one I gave Edwin that night. Jasper took it from Ned after hurling it dead through the riverbed there I suppose. Rosa but Datchery knows, so the proof is quite clear. Let us bring Jasper here to be tied up and tried up and strong. And from this limerick, let him be hung.
And if he draws upon the poison madness, opium smokes supplies. Find surprise, there are too many and cunning righteous who hide himself for his eyes into the bride, no eyes to see. But now I think he's at the brink of breaking through the door. I mean, he's out, I'm out, he's free, I'm free, I'm me once more. How many times I feel that Drood upon my flight, despite that presumption of his right. His right is air, his right is share, mine was his bed. Took no smoke from the pit when he was dead. That night I blew myself a flask of laudanum, and then to toast my little level I drank some. That's when my greatest flight of fancy took place. I watched my dreams outstretched toward the pale white face, and I saw my fingers clutching in his neck so tightly, guarding my sleep. Was much too easily done. As much as over once it had begun. Such tragedy to finally and not to awake to taste the confess, now we both can rest.
Oh, I can't let it happen. Yes, you placed the coat the young Drood wore down by the riverware to throw suspicion on Landless. You're a bad one, Mr. Jasper, when that evil one is inside of you, but you're not a murderer. You did not kill Edwin Drood.
Sir, are you telling me that Mr. John Jasper did not kill his nephew?
Exactly, your lordship, sir. It was a wild night that Christmas Eve, as you'll remember, and I sought shelter near Mr. Jasper's door. That's when I saw one of you throttle Edwin Drood, and in a convenient flash of lightning, I saw who it was. That was quite a long speech, Bill. Do you think I can have a quick minute for it?
Journals!
Right. So, suddenly, I see Mr. Jasper stagger out of his door under the influence of potent medicine, and suddenly he collapses, and he gets up, and he picks up young Drood, and he carries him to the cathedral and down into the crypts, depositing the body right in Mrs. Saxey's tomb.
What?
Yes, I told you there was plenty of room in there.
Yes, Deirdre, but you must tell us. Who did it?
Lord love me. It was Helena.
Oh, it's so rude and true that caused me get along. That devil white cloak never do him some harm. Sister and mother to my brother I have been. I'm so smothered through. I had to do Drood in. Commit no violence at Christmas morn. I went to silence, they said what's gone. Sky wet, no view of light, as I read into the night. Unsteady Drood hath saved the wine, this Eddie Drood hath raised my spine. Took my my veil and lost my mind. My violet sail flights just in blind, and walking down this cave hole and draped around this road. I used to gag you, but I did not, so I did drag you all to hell. I killed another to save my brother. I did well, and guilty am I, and blameless is he. Guilty am I cry. Mr. Crisparkle. Never. Never, please. I need someone's forgiveness.
Well, Helena Landless is your murderer for tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, don't you think we all deserve a happy ending? Don't you think that two people in our cast shall find the commodity that we all search for? That of love and romance, and at this very hour, anything fathomable of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I shall be asking you to vote. On who two from our cast would you like to be lovers for tonight? Now, how this will work is the lovers will come line up here in the line. And for the person who you would like to be the lover, pray applaud for them. Now, we'll start with the distaff side. We have the Princess Puffer. Applaud now, please. Or Rosa. I'm going to have to give that to the Princess Puffer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the bachelor side. We have Deputy, Bassett, Reverend Crisparkle, Dirtles, Neville, Mr. John Jasper. Oh, I think I'm going to have to go down between these two. So we're going to conclude this again with only these two lads. I'm sorry, the rest of you. No, Basil, stay here. I was pointing at you, not you. I'm sorry, Joseph. Now we'll do this again. Reverend Crisparkle. Oh, Bassett! I'm sorry, Bassett. Those muscles didn't work out too well tonight. It's going to be Reverend Crisparkle. Mr. Purcell, I think we have a love song about to happen.
Reverend Crisparkle, Mayor Cody Crispy. Well, Reverend, I'd like you to make a God-fearing woman out of me.
God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Once we were perfect strangers, how strangely met are we.
I find I now adore you, our best has yet to be.
It seems I long to hold you, fate rolled it slow.
You love me so.
and it takes no skill to strength the once we were perfect strangers, yet now I love you perfectly.
Those are your two lovers for tonight. I think that is a good choice, ladies and gentlemen. But what would Edwin Drood say about all this? What did he want us to think? What would he say to us if he could only speak from that grave of his?
I'm alive! Hello, all! I am Nat from the grave. Quite alive, you'll find me. This tomb behind me is where I faced my closest shame when I struck my head against the street. I was stunned, not stricken, our hearts don't thicken, but Jasper flew me off my feet to the crypt. I woke in dark and while all above me showed their grief, I was screaming for my very breath. Only moments from death, you have no idea the sudden strength. If you feel within you the steel and sinew, as fate stands smiling at arm's length, I escaped from cloister I fled. I did not return here till I could land here. Just who in hell would wish me dead? But more than that, more than what solution fits the crime, what I grant is that life is bits of time, and you fight for every tiny speck. When you're held by the neck, I have read the writing on the wall, and the greatest mystery is not the history of Jasper, Drood, and one wall. I have met my maker and returned. What it